starting now.
This thing is super quiet. As you can see, I'm over here grilling some ribs on the smoker, and I'm not sitting on my riding mower cutting the grass. As you can see, the Lymow One Plus is doing the heavy lifting. That's one of the benefits between a riding mower and having a robot like this do your heavy lifting. Guys, I'm telling you, click that link, check it out. You will be glad you did. I was working up on that hill with no problem whatsoever. See, this is what's so nice about it. You know, a lot of people say, well, you need to do a comparison, you know, like what's it like using this versus riding your regular lawnmower. Right now, I have a project in the front of the house. I'm actually epoxying the front porch, and it's taking me a couple of days. But here's the best part. I would have to be on the mower right now cutting the backyard, and that would have to be put on hold. But now that I have this doing my heavy lifting, I can go do other things. Awesome. Lymow One Plus, thank you for doing the heavy lifting. I'm telling you guys, you will definitely get your time back with this mower. Look at all the grass clippings shooting out. Doing a good job. Yesterday I actually took the blades off and cleaned it up underneath. Again, I'm a huge proponent of taking care of your equipment, and it ended up doing a really good job. This property takes me about 6 hours to cut every week, and that's not even including weed whacking. But here's the crazy thing. I could be standing out here watching the mower, or I could be sitting on my Cub Cadet lawnmower, sweating and sore and everything else that goes on with having to cut grass. I have to be honest with you. After watching this thing perform for the last couple of weeks, my wife and I are about ready to probably purchase a couple more, because as you can see, this is a lot of grass to cut. This is about 6 acres. And I've been doing it myself, like I said, for about 6.5, 7 hours every week. So what better way, if you're trying to compare the Lymow One Plus to a regular riding mower? And I have a nice mower. It's not like a little lawn tractor that goes kind of slow. This thing goes almost 10 miles an hour, and it does a great job. And I tell you, this has a smaller deck if you're looking at it from a comparison thing, but look at how fast this thing is moving up the hill. I'm going to show you what it's already cut. This thing cuts as nice, if not nicer, than my other lawnmower. Now, my other lawnmower, the width of a stripe is about 3 of these lanes that you see here that the Lymow is making. Maybe 2.5, because I have a 54-inch deck. But I would have to say 3, because the Lymow cuts about 16 inches. But look at that thing go. Climbing the hill like it's nothing. Let's zoom in a little bit. You get home, the last thing you want to do is sit on a mower for 6 hours. And I got about a 35 degree incline there. The crazy thing about it, I've been working for 8 hours a day, and you get home and there's just enough daylight for you to go outside and try to cut all this grass. Literally, I have to split it up over 2 days. I do the front one day and I do the back another day. Now, all I do is just a little bit in the front, because I like the yard to look a certain way. And because I only have one of these robots right now, it can't keep up with it. And again, you guys can laugh at me if you want. I'm very anal when it comes to my yard. I like my yard to look beautiful. I love the fact that this thing makes stripes. Look at the way it stripes. And here it comes down the hill. It's probably saying, get out of the way, Dad. But honestly, if there's really no comparison. I mean, there's trade-offs for both. You know, you have the one trade-off with the riding mower, whereas you can cut more grass, probably faster than you can with the Lymow One Plus. But however, the advantage to this is you get your time back. You know what it feels like to be able to get home and sit down and have dinner and not worry about, honey, I literally walk in the door and I turn around and I walk right back out the door. So there are a lot of comparisons with this mower here. Another cool thing about the Lymow One Plus is you're going to pay almost 3,000 American dollars for this machine. However, my wife and I did the math, and comparing the Lymow One Plus with our Cub Cadet, we're spending about $1,600 per cutting season on fuel. And as you all know, fuel is kind of high right now. So this has been a lifesaver for us. Minuses. Now, my wife and I are considering getting 2 or 3 more of these things. I know a lot of you are saying, wow, that's a lot of money. But when you really think about it, what are we really saving in the long run? This mower right here, trying to cut all this grass by itself, we're going to wear this mower out before the season's even over. So if you got 4 of them doing the job, they can all cut simultaneously and one mower is not working as hard. Whereas my Cub Cadet mower takes a beating because it's the only mower that I have, and I'm constantly changing the blades, I'm constantly doing maintenance on it. So again, there are trade-offs to both of these mowers. But honestly, if I could get 3 or 4 of these bad boys and have these do my yard, I would do it and I wouldn't cut anything. Now, one thing I will say, it is technology. So those of you that think you can just set it and forget it, go to work and just leave the mower to cut the grass while you push a button sitting at your desk. Use the mower. Try to be home, or if you work from home, when you do it. Because if you have a property like we do, and again, technology is going to have glitches. Just a little bit ago, I had it, for whatever reason, it wasn't recognizing the QR codes on the front of the docking station. So I had to walk out to the building, set it in the zone right next to it. I hit redock and it went right to the dock. It's just, it's technology. So you're gonna have issues from time to time. Nothing is perfect. But I'll tell you, this thing has been perfectly amazing for us so far, minus a few glitches. So if I had to leave it up to me, as far as which way I would prefer to stand here and talk to you guys and watch the mower do the work. Sitting on this thing for 6-7 hours, bumping around. This is battery charge. You get up to 2,000 charge cycles. This is gasoline, so you're going to constantly have to purchase gasoline to keep this thing running. Not to mention purchasing blades. Again, they take a punishment. And just the overall upkeep of your riding mower. So you tell me, this or that? My preference is that right there, but you guys have to decide. This thing has handled all kinds of terrain for us. It has done an amazing job. So one of the downfalls of a mower this small is, like I said before, the deck width, because you can't cut as much grass, and the fact that after about 50 minutes of cutting, it has to go back to recharge, which takes about 90 minutes. So you can use almost a full day and get maybe 4 or 5 large zones cut. So it's docking and charging, docking and charging. With my gas mower, even though it's hot and I have to sit there and ride it and spend my time doing it, unlike the Lymow One Plus, I don't have to go back and charge. All I have to do is stop for a moment and refuel it, and I'm good to go. So each mower has its pros and its cons, but again, like I said, if it was up to me, I would choose this option just because it's saving me a lot of time and effort to actually be out here physically cutting the grass, which, to be honest with you, I'm kind of tired of doing. So if you're like me and you're tired of cutting the grass yourself, consider looking into Lymow One Plus. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's something you can't do with your regular mower. Sitting in the house on my laptop, watching the Lymow One Plus cut my grass. I have gotten my time back. Guys, if you haven't looked into Lymow One Plus, these robotic mowers can do a lot. They do an amazing job on your grass. And if you're looking for something where you can be in the house relaxing and not outside on a mower on a hot 95-degree day, this is something you want to consider.